It's a Freaky Friday 17 again, 30 going on 30 body.
That was the worst part of the movie.
Swappers of the third kind monster mash.
Welcome back to Coming
I lost
This
it.
Summer.
I
You
lost
did.
it.
It's okay. It's we're talking Christmas movies. The first super big promoted direct to streaming Christmas movie, really
of the season.
Of the season,
Mm-hmm.
the one that I really like. That's another.
Mm-hmm.
It stars one of my favorite people, Ed Helms, who for the first half of this movie was on cruise control. It also has one of my least favorite actresses, Jennifer Garner, who somehow was better than everyone else in the movie.
Ruled. Yeah, somehow ruled. Ed Helms is good in the beginning for reasons of...
See, I thought he was better at the end of the movie. He was so over the stupid top that I could not take it.
You mean where he's jamming a Maroon 5 in his
the
car?
The candy cane thing, like where they're at the opening scene of the movie, almost killed the entire movie. Okay, so let's get... Netflix chose apparently to make this instead of Christmas Chronicles 3 or anything else that they've put out for Christmas since they've been a thing. I would have taken Jingle Jangle
Kurt
2.
Russell's doing that other movie, right?
Oh, he's doing the MonsterVerse over on Apple.
That's right.
True.
That's right. So he ain't got time for no Santa Claus Christmas Chronicles 3.
We need it.
So we get a weird Freaky Friday family switch where it's kind of okay where it's just like mom and daughter, but the second you do like father, son, mother, daughter, that's just like you don't want that.
This movie is the most hand-holding. This movie is an hour and 45 minutes of the midichlorian scene, and I hated it. Like, all right, guys, we got to have a family meeting because somehow all four of us have our biggest life moments today,
right now,
or tomorrow. So
you
let's
have the
plan
biggest
it.
soccer match. You got to interview for Yale. You got your meeting to become partner. You got your big band who's going to make or break it. Make or break it. To break a leg, then.
They all have, and then they have a meeting to explain this. I shit you not. They sit down at the dinner table and they explain why the movie has to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Exposition. Okay. Now okay. Go. And what's your problem?
And
okay. And now you.
Yeah. And then after they give what they're gonna do, what tomorrow is very important. Then they all do a little scene with each other as why that they should be switching. Not like they don't say this is why we're switching, but they're like, "Mom, you just don't understand if you could live a day in my shoes." And then the dad's like, "Son, you should be more like a kid because you're too much like a." Shut up, Dad. If you were,
you don't know what it's like to be me. Yeah. And then because the planets are aligned,
so bad,
and they're at an observatory, and some granny, who's a magic granny, takes a picture of them at the observatory, and the flash beams through the telescope. And this is my pitch to the studio, okay? And it beams through the telescope.
They've gotten up and walked out.
Shoots back to
You are now talking to no one, and security's letting you finish because they don't want to see.
Back to Pluto, and then
wraps around
swaps
Pluto,
them.
comes on back,
How
but
do
they
they-
don't. But it delay swaps them because then they still fight.
Yeah,
they leave.
Yeah, it
they knock
doesn't.
the telescope
not
down.
right when they go to sleep.
Yeah, it's when they wake up,
And we got to bring the dog and the baby too,
which was
because
the only thing that saved the movie.
for some reason they're swapped, and then it becomes the B plot is basically Boss Baby, but he's a dog.
I did like the
what
like,
the fuck?
the Austrian nanny guy.
Who is that guy? He's in Things.
He looks
for sure.
just like the guy from Always Sunny, like the weird guy that he looks just like him, but he's not him. I thought it was him for a second.
Okay, but a little different. Okay.
He ended up being one of the funniest parts of the entire movie.
This movie is confounding.
It's
a perplexer.
It's
that's
a hand
for
holder
sure.
all the way through. I felt like it's made for 5-year-olds. I'm not kidding.
That's what I mean. It's just like I don't know who this movie's for, who asked for it. It's like I'm fine with Freaky Friday.
They took the Freaky Friday. The worst part of the movie is when they wake up in the morning and they're like, "This is like a Freaky Friday." I know. I feel like I'm 13 going on 30. I know. I feel like I'm 17 again. And I'm like, did they seriously?
I'm like, oh, better movies.
Yeah, oh, thank you. All three of those I'll watch over this. Every single one of those movies you named are better than this one.
Yeah. Cool, I'm just going to go click off and watch 17. Matthew Perry just died. I got to go watch 17 again. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
the crazy
idiots don't remind me of a movie I should be watching other than your fucking movie. That doesn't make any sense.
But they literally managed to take those movies that have one central switch plot and each parent and kid has to learn why they should appreciate and respect the other one. And they managed to do that 4 times
5, babying dog.
True. And then an overall family one for a 6th if you want to be technical. And they managed to cram that into the same length of a movie that just had the one switch element. So right there, you should already know that you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
It's like, okay. The second they swap bodies, and obviously spoilers, fuck this movie.
Well, it's called Family Switch.
I'm probably not going to give it a bad rating, but it's
for a
so
Christmas
cliche.
silly movie.
No. And it's barely a Christmas movie. So we get, it's all their big day. They're all swapping bodies. You got to play soccer for me, Mom, but I'm the mom now, and you're the mom, and Dad's the son, and son's the fucking... Fuck
yeah,
this.
they lean into the incest jokes hard in the beginning to get cheap laughs.
It's pretty weird.
And then again in the end, yeah.
We have to go like in sequential order though to get it done in that time. You're right. We got to go.
I'm telling you.
Dad, show me your dad thing. Oh, but Dad and son he's a teacher at the school, so we can package that into its own fucking thing and save us some runtime, right? The mom and this daughter thing's gonna be kind of hard. Maybe she just brings the daughter to work. I don't know. That save us some runtime.
Yeah, and then after her test and soccer game, she can somehow get from school to the mom's work in like 4 minutes.
In 4 seconds.
Ready to be there for her mom / daughter.
And then the soccer game, when we get to the soccer game, the mom's going to turn into the coach because it's the daughter in the mom's body who knows all to coach everything. So we're going to package that and tie it up into a fucking bow.
They ruined that. The lady who plays the coach is in a bunch of movies as like they ruin it. She was hysterical. They let her have 5 lines and then they go back to Jennifer Garner. I'm like, no, give me the insecure coach.
Okay, this is your chance to
Don't
not
like
blow
me.
it. Don't be like me, and then you have to coach soccer and teach science.
I'm sorry. I really appreciate that. That was one of the funniest parts of the movie. She was great. And
it was great. It was great. Jennifer Garner as like the daughter in the mom's body.
She played way better
when she's got like the
pigtail.
Jennifer
things.
Garner expunged more bodily actions in this movie than I think she's done.
Yeah, she
in
was
her entire career.
She was Chris Farley in this movie.
Actor.
She's like throwing herself into tables and like
farting and burping. Yeah.
That was so cringy, man.
That it's like a Chris Farley scene when she comes out with the pigtails. You're like so right. Yeah, you're spot on with that.
She's like pulling up her yoga shorts and she's like, "Oh, I don't like this" in the mirror, and she's funny.
Yeah, she's like, "You got a badonk, Mom," you know.
Yeah, check out your biscuit.
Your biscuit.
There's like funny lines. The kid actors were
really
actually
funny.
Probably one of the stronger suits of the movie. Which
They
I
were
was
great.
surprised.
I like kind of forgot. I'm like the kid like
nails young Ed Helms though.
Yeah, but like at the beginning he's like a rube. Mm-hmm. But when he's like pop collar, leather jacket, combed hair back,
he sounds like Ed Helms when he's at the Yale interview.
Ed Helms, yeah. Yeah, this movie does have some wins, but the central plot is
the first 20 minutes so bad.
Is pretty rough. They do hold your hand a lot. And the jokes are fine. They'll be like, the kids as the adults go to the party, and then like they're having a good time, and all the people are like, aren't they like brother and sister? You know, like, and shit gets a little weird. You know,
gets real. They lean on the incest stuff a little too much.
But
I'm fine with that humor, like Back to the Future style.
It's like the plot point though. Like, I mean, it's the mom and the dad in the brother and sister's bodies. So no, but. Okay, you can walk the line.
There's this whole scene where like
the
they do girls' night, wife night, and somehow Ed Helms, they don't remember because of the kids, but Ed Helms gets to be there, and they're like, cool, I guess. And then they go, we've been hearing you guys are having marital problems. Yeah, the whole neighborhood's talking about it.
The kiss thing.
So just kiss him.
That's right. That's right.
It's another hand-holding scene. So, if you guys would just kiss, even a little peck, we would believe that your marriage is okay. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, guys. So then they do this. He throws up in his mouth, can't even kiss his sister on the... They literally even say, just a little peck on the lips. Like...
Yeah, it's great acting by Jennifer Garner and Ed Helms.
But if that's they're like, they're onto us, we better just do it. But I can't do it. But if you really thought that they're going to like, somehow it's going to cause this big thing and they know you've switched bodies, wouldn't you just go... Like, it just was so over the top and overplayed, and he's throwing up in his mouth.
But they know they switched bodies, though. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I guess because they are like teenagers, they have like that anxiety. Like they totally know, and it's like, no, they don't, because that's like impossible. So their first thought is like, are you guys having like one of them goes, a divorce would be good for this friend group. Yeah, it would be. Like, who's writing these Netflix jokes, man? Because it had some like Leo level, like
There's some good one-liners.
backhanded, fucking one-liners in there. Yeah,
There was a lot of insults towards Elon Musk, which I thought was really funny. Like, Elon owes me another one. Like, the kid's supposed to be really smart, that he's like constantly shitting on all the smart people.
There's one bit where the dad, Ed Helms, was supposed to be in a band, and it's like the worst bit ever. Maroon 6.
Well,
Don't you mean 5? It was.
He doesn't even remember, like, finish. Don't you mean, you know? And then they set it up by right before there's kids in the bathroom going, who cares if his dad was going to be in a huge rock band? What was it again? I don't know.
Hold
Some
on.
color. Was it?
Wait. Maroon 5 is not a
Rock band.
huge rock band.
Right, pop band.
He's like jamming in his car at the beginning in his souped up Jag to Moves Like Jagger.
So you
I'm
already
like,
know it's Maroon 5.
Yeah.
But the joke, the kids are like, it's like Black Sabbath or Green Day. All I know is it's a color. And then the big twist is it's Maroon 6, which is 5. And I'm like, oh my God.
This is the stupidest bit of the entire movie. And it like hinges on all of them performing this like stupid family concert.
Howie Mandel shows up to decide if they're going to be on America's Got Talent all of a sudden.
You have
with 10
Ed
minutes
Helms.
left in the movie.
You have Ed Helms and Jennifer Gardner. Howie Mandel does not need to make a cameo
Why
in this
is he
movie.
making a cameo?
Why is he making? You have 2 A-list celebrities. Dude fucking quit America's Got Talent as a host.
And then he shows up to
Like,
do, you're going to Hollywood. Oh, congratulations, you made America's
made
Got
it.
Talent. You're like, what movie am I watching?
What? Fucking what?
And they skip that.
Yeah.
Then they close the movie, right? And then it's like,
And then we go because we got to fix up the body swap thing.
we do. But then they go hand holding, right? So, you know, blah, blah, blah. They fix it. Obviously, they fix it.
Because we have 5 minutes to go. I got you the lens. I dropped the lens. The lens
the dog
broke.
had
I
the
found
lens
the
the
new
whole
lens.
time.
Fart. Yeah. Ah.
And then they somehow wake up at Christmas morning, and everybody that exists isn't doing anything on Christmas morning except coming to their house to deliver them the amazing news. Like the guy who runs, like, the FIFA American Olympic soccer teams, like, my flight was delayed, so I thought I'd show up Christmas morning at 7 o'clock to deliver you the
A
good
national
news.
scout. Nationals.
What?
What? I can believe the body swapping. I can believe the beam to Pluto
I
went
could,
back.
but there is no
way. No, an email.
And by the way, on Christmas Eve,
If that.
the guy shows up from SpaceX to give him the lens on Christmas Eve. He flies to the little podunk town and into the live performance that they're putting on
Spock.
for America's Got Talent. This movie is so over the top Christmas movie, even though the only thing about it is that it takes place at Christmas and it's all Merry Christmas at the end and it's snowing. But it's like every tropey miracle thing that could possibly happen. Just like the beginning goes one after the other, after the family or her team shows up. He wanted to tell you in person that you got
and we're
the
here
job.
too.
And you're getting promoted and you're fired. It was like, this is an SNL skit,
Yeah, they
right?
all show up.
They all show
and
up.
it's the dude from the league, and he's like, "And you're fired." And it's like, why did he show up
to get
to
fired.
get fired? Why is he there?
It's like a parody. That's why, like, there's funny parts because it's almost like it knows it's a parody. It has to know it's a parody,
we're
right?
ripping this one apart.
It has to know it's a parody, though. The beginning scene
I think
and the end scene.
I think because it is a rip on so many movies, you just gotta. But it didn't lean into it that much.
That's my
Like
problem.
it did at the end there, where it's like, and this, and I'm here, and you were there, and you were there.
At
You
the
know,
very beginning when they do this dance, I mean, it literally opens to like, okay, guys, here you go. Are they ready? Are they paying attention? I don't know. Here, hit the button, hit the play. And they come sliding out, and they're doing the Christmas thing, and Ed Helms is dressed as a candy cane, and she's like Mrs. Claus. Wearing,
I
like,
think they're
her
both
thing,
candy
or
canes.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Christmas outfits. And the one kid, she's on her phone, and he's doing the meta quest.
yeah.
And it's like way over the top.
I prefer the virtual world to the real world.
And then, like you said, it doesn't pick a
Yeah.
lane with its ridiculousness because
No.
it like makes meta jokes the entire movie about how stupid the concept is while hand holding you through the concept.
We're gonna teach you a lesson along the way too. No, you're not. No, you're not. No,
there was no
The
lesson.
baby's a dog. The dog's a baby. You threw away lesson teaching. Fucking 20 minutes.
South
in.
Park was more grounded than this goddamn movie. Yeah, come on. I'm gonna give it because there are parts.
Just make him take off the VR quest at the end, and it was all a fucking thing he made in the thing. But
Badass.
it fixed the movie. Yeah. It fixed the movie.
I will say this: there are funny parts. There are a couple funny gags. Ed Helms.
We are clearly, obviously enjoying the review. So, 'cause some part of us
there's parts
like
that are funny.
the movie.
I don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Jennifer
yeah.
Garner, and I actually thought she killed it.
Yeah, I need to live in my body.
And she makes that face. She like doubles her chin up and goes, and then just like rips one.
Oh my God,
And Ed Helms
dude.
tries too hard, but when it hits, he slams it. I just
Ed
feel
Helms
like
as like the book clutching, like kind of reserved, like teenager, you know.
their switch was great. There's definitely some good stuff, but you're right. The lessons they try to teach you, they handhold you from the beginning to the end, and you just see it coming so hard that you can put it on
yeah.
this is a background while you're cooking for Christmas movie. You can listen to it because you know it's going to happen. You don't have to visually see the movie.
They had fun making the movie.
They had fun.
and
Oh,
that
God, they had
helps.
fun making
that
the
helps.
movie.
There's bloopers at the end of this fucking movie.
The bloopers were better than the movie.
The bloopers were better than the movie.
bloopers
Any
were
movie
better
that has
than the movie.
bloopers, it
Normally
earns an automatic. Yeah,
right. And
good-
any
good,
movie that has a
decent
Frenchie
score.
or a pug, and this was the Frenchie,
Especially that's bipedal walking. And
right? You get a point.
As a baby,
Automatically,
putting a
that's a
diaper
one.
on. That's you putting a diaper on a French bulldog.
When
it doesn't even have to be swapped with a baby. That's
I
just-
would have taken a short with that family goes out of town, puts that Austrian guy in charge of the baby and the dog, and it's an 8-minute short of him going when he's like, "Can you understand me?" Woof.
bark twice.
Bark twice. And he does, and he's like,
He told me to
"Would
do
you like
it.
a diaper?" Woof. It's like that makes the whole movie because that's the absurdity that they don't lean into except
No.
for those parts, and it's hysterical.
No, that's the B plot. You're right. That should have been like an entire short.
I would have taken a short of that.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, for short.
For sure.
All
right.
I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10.
That's where I was. 5.
Yep. I think it was
It's a
good.
decent background Christmas
If
movie.
it was maybe a little more Christmassy, I think it would earn a higher score. But it like starts Christmassy, completely loses it in the middle, and becomes like a soccer film, and then it just becomes kind of Christmassy.
Oh, well, they bring it home hard. They say,
Well-
pull the trope list down.
Well, but they like go to like, Johnny Silver's is having like a holiday party at it, but we're not invited. We got us Drew or whatever. Yeah.
Which is the
Classic
the
popular.
kid from 8-Bit Christmas, the bully.
Oh,
shouldn't be playing a
yeah,
kid
who makes
anymore.
fun of his like boots or whatever.
He shouldn't be playing a kid anymore.
No, because
'Cause-
when he's like partying with all of
He
them,
looks
he's
like a 35-year-old dude. What are you doing at my party? Like, what are any of these kids doing at your party, sir? You know what I mean? Like, hold on. I need to see some license.
Mister.
Identification, please.
Yeah, it's cute. I will say, if you have family,
It's worth a go.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I
One
would
time,
watch it.
but
yeah.
it's not 8-Bit Christmas.
It's not rewatchable.
It is not a Christmas Story Christmas. It is not.
This does not
Christmas
go on the
Chronicles
list.
1 or 2.
Sorry, it doesn't
No.
go on the list. Nope, it does not go on the list. And it's not even a Polar Express, dude. Let's be honest. Come on,
No,
bro.
it was disappointing for the
Yeah.
talent that they had in this movie. It was a
Ed
letdown.
Helms is great. Jennifer Garner's great. The kids are great. Everything's great.
I think-
it's just not. It's just
remember, is it?
you're already ripping off plots of better movies. So
Yeah, you
right
better
out
make
the
it good.
right out the gate, you're F.
You either need to be super good or super over the top, not waffling.
Not
So many
waffling.
people waffle.
Don't waffle.
Waffles for breakfast.
CTS.
Waffles are for breakfast.
Not movies.
Not plots.
No.
There's
Yeah.
like really weird, long, super like intense scenes that don't need to be intense. There's a scene where the kid wants his sword back from his dead dad, and it just goes on for like 10 minutes. And Napoleon's grilling this kid. Why do you want the sword back? Well, because it was my dad's. But yeah, but why? Because my mom told me to come get it.
Okay,
Yeah, but
but
why?
civilians
It's
can't
like-
have weapons. And he's like, it's commemorative, and he's like,
and I'm not kidding. It's literally like